This is David Dean again, here in Birmingham with the one and only Eddie Hearn. Obviously, we're here in Birmingham for this Saturday's fight between Whittaker and Kavasi. Just want to talk about Birmingham as a fight city, because you've got quite a few people from the Midlands fighting on this card. What makes Birmingham a very special fight city for you?
So, we really didn't used to come here that often, and now we've got so many fighters from the area. Of course, lately Ben Whittaker is probably the best example of that. But not just Ben Whittaker, Connor Walker, Ibrahim Suleiman, Hamza Uddin, so many fighters, even Aaron Bowen. I know Coventry's not far from here. So we've got a lot of people who are selling a lot of tickets here. We still need to get a bigger following of casual fans from Birmingham. It seems like there's this boxing community now in the Midlands, but beyond that, obviously Ben Whittaker, I think, is going to start bringing them in because he's a guy that the casuals know. But if we can start getting the casual fans to support boxing here as well, I think we're going to do some really big numbers.
And obviously, we're obviously going to go straight, in terms of the main event as well. Whittaker Kavasi as well, partnership with Ben Whittaker for the first time under the Matchroom umbrella. For me personally, this is like a big coup for Matchroom. But for you personally, what is it that Whittaker brings that makes him sort of stand out for you?
You just see it, he's a star, right? He's a great self-promoter. He understands the game. Look at the social media following that he's built. It's phenomenal. And look at the way that he posts, look at the way that he speaks, look at the way that he looks. He's got that anime link up as well, which I think is a bit, it's not really my thing, but it's like Bam. Bam's the same. And people tune in to watch him. And better than that, he's a really good fighter. He's an Olympic silver medalist, he's a world-class talent. And, you're going to see on Saturday night how good this young man is.
And obviously, I want to talk a bit more about Mavericks as well. It seems to me like there's not, we're in an age of social media where people have expressed themselves differently. Do you think, we still have a bit of Mavericks in the sport? And do you think as well that social media gives people that platform to be able to be that?
Yeah, but ultimately, if you're not really, getting people engaged, how are they going to be interested in the story, the narrative and the fight? You saw there with Wood Warrington, you watch that head-to-head, you want to watch the fight, you want to buy a ticket, you want to tune in on DAZN. And with Ben Whittaker, you want to watch him fight. Now, you might want to watch him get beat, but that's okay. You'll buy a ticket and you'll tune in, and that's important.
And obviously, just lastly for me, because of time, obviously Warrington and Wood taking place in February. It seems like two fighters really fired up for this fight. Last time we saw Nottingham and Leeds come up together, Nottingham beat Leeds 3-1. Do you expect pretty much the same outcome come February, or is it going to be different?
The first fight was incredible. Warrington was winning comfortably, and then Leigh Wood knocked him out, or stopped him, and slight controversy about the stoppage, but he was definitely badly hurt there, and I think this time you're going to see an even better fight.
And on that note, we really appreciate that. Thank you very much.